This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning. Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, so as I said yesterday, so today let's have this mock interview. So the objective of this interview session is, after learning this, you will be updating your CVs with the with the Tableau stuff, and previously you have learned SAS as well. So, today we'll be focusing on Tableau. And the format is I'll be keep on asking, questions one after the other, and anyone can answer those questions. And if someone is answering, if anyone wants to add, they can also do that. Yeah. So I'll not be, picking up every individual and ask questions. No. So these questions will be for everyone, and whoever wants to, jump in and answer those. If anyone, did some mistakes, you can jump in and add your points as well. Yeah. So don't worry about, okay, whether it is wrong, right or wrong. Whatever you know, whatever you have understood, think as if you are giving the interview. That is the objective, to make you all, at least comfortable in, knowing what kinds of questions they might ask. Okay, all ready? Okay, so for that, let me unshare my screen. You will not be seeing my desktop. Okay, okay. So the very first question is, what is Tableau?
Tableau is a visualization software which we can use to present reports and dashboards related to data.
Very good. Okay. Venkat, you want to add? Yeah, Vamshi is saying it's a data visualization tool where we can connect to the data and create dashboards, interactive dashboards, right? And there are multiple data visualization tools which are available. If they ask, they'll not ask, but there is ClickView, there is MicroStrategy. Okay, so there are some, yeah, Power BI, Vamshi is saying Power BI. So there are a lot of other tools which are available, and Tableau is one of them. Okay, now the question could be, next question is, what are the different Tableau products you are aware of, and in which products you are comfortable with? What are the different Tableau products, and in which products you are comfortable working with? Anyone?
Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, Tableau Public,
Mm-hmm.
and one more thing.
Okay. Okay, so many of you have answered in the chat window, but what I would say is many of you are saying Tableau desktop, Tableau server, that's fine, but don't say Tableau public in the interview. I know, like, we have looked at the Tableau public, we have learned everything in the Tableau public, but just say that you are aware of the Tableau desktop, because in the companies there is no Tableau public. They might get a doubt. Okay, so just say Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server, these are the two products. And if they ask, okay, what is the specialty of each of those products? So Tableau Desktop is meant for developing the dashboards, whereas Tableau Server is meant for sharing the dashboards. So you can say that. Okay, but we have learned Tableau Public, but in the interview standpoint, you know don't say Tableau Public. Okay, just say Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server.
Why don't we mention Tableau Online?
Yeah, Tableau online, yeah, but most of the companies in the in the organizations they mostly use Tableau desktop only, Tableau desktop and Tableau server. Online, very few companies they are using it. So you mean the Tableau online means while putting our dashboard on the server, that one you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, which one you're saying? Tableau online? I did not get your question. The one, okay, okay. Yeah, see, just like how Tableau Public was made available to the freely available, right? Tableau Public. In the similar way, Tableau Online is also freely available. So while publishing our dashboard to that online server, did we purchase any license? No, right? So what I meant is, talk about those products which are licensed version because all the, open source, freely available one companies won't be using it. That is my point. But Tableau server and Tableau online is same. Okay, but say Tableau server, yeah. Okay, here is the next question. What is a calculated field and how do you create it? I repeat, what is a calculated field and how do you create it?
Calculated
Calculate.
field is the customized field which we can use to modify the existing field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
And
Anything?
to create any calculated field, we have to right click on any dimension or any
Mhm.
measure, and then a pop-up window will appear. And in that window, we will uh, write the as per our
Oh,
requirement.
correct. So we will click on any of the column and say create, and we will find an option for create calculated field. Correct, correct. Thanks. Okay, so here is the next question. What is a dimension and measure in Tableau? What is a dimension and measure in Tableau? Vamshi?
Dimension is okay, okay.
Dimension is maybe it can be a qualitative part, whereas a measure is a quantitative part.
Mm-hmm. So any
And
example, like if you could give, yeah.
dimension is numeric, means
Country may be
Okay,
a dimension,
dimension is
and
numeric. Is dimension numeric?
no. Measures is a numeric.
measure is numeric. Sorry, a dimension
Ah,
can be like a country or something.
correct. So mostly categorical, the character, you can give some example. Let's say, the employee name, department name, those are character, right? They'll get some clarity. Okay, what does that guy understands? Okay, what does that, you give some columns examples. Okay, first name, employee name, address, all those things are, dimensions. Whereas, if you think about sales, quantity, profits, some numeric columns, those are measures. Yes. Even Rashekar, Navya. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, here is the next question. What are actions in Tableau? What are actions in Tableau and why do we use it? Anyone?
Actions are basically where you can filter the data, or maybe if you click on one particular sheet, you can go to another sheet, or when you click on a one particular, I mean, sorry, not a sheet, on a chart, you can open any URL, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyone wants to add anything which is coming to your mind? So don't be afraid. Okay, am I right or wrong? Anything which is coming to your mind, I am fine. But at least, let us participate.
We are selecting particular sheet
So,
and after filter, that modification apply to all the sheets in dashboard.
mhm. Okay. Now let me ask a counter question. So you people are using a word filter, correct? Like even Vamshi also talked about, okay, filter the data when we click on something changes, right? Now they might ask, why do we need to have actions? There is also an option for filter, right? You click on any column, show filter, that filter will be available. Users can go and select that filter. So they might counter question. Now, what do you think? What is the difference between that filter and the action?
We can apply filter only on one graph or one chart, but using action, we can apply that action to the other chart also.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But I would say not true because if you have created uh, 4 to 5 charts, okay, and you are saying country filter. So if you change the country filter, let's say if you select India, it will filter for all those 5 charts. It doesn't filter doesn't mean that it will only applicable to only
No,
one chart. No.
we have to specify which will be our target graph.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. See. Okay. I will show that where you were saying like filter it will apply. I will show that after. Let me. If I was to answer, I would simply say okay. Actions are meant for drill down. I think Navya said that rightly. So whereas filters is just to have a filtering, separate filtering on those visualizations. So the good thing about actions is users can click on the visualization on the chart itself. So let's say there is a table, and if they are interested in particular row, they can click on it. All other charts would get filtered. But whereas filters, we have to, go to that filter on the right hand side, unselect and select whatever we want. Then only those charts would change. But here on the chart itself, those visualizations are changing. So use that word drill down. They will understand. They'll be clear that okay, what is the core of that actions logic. So use that word drill down. And where do we find those actions? You'll go to dashboard menu and say actions. And as Vamshi said, there are different types of actions, right? A filter action and a URL action, which we saw in filter action. You would have source and the target from where to where. You have different types of actions like hover action, select action, menu action. In URL action, if you click on particular thing, it should go to certain particular URL. During the hands-on, we've seen like it went to google.com. I have shown by it went to Wikipedia, right, by different countries. Okay, now here is the next question. What are the different types of charts you have created, or what are different kinds of visualization you are aware or you have created? Yes.
Srinu Ramesh here. So we'll
Yeah.
have a pie chart and bar chart and heat map.
Mm-hmm.
These are the basic things we have created as of now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Only these two, three things. Anything else? So you said tree map,
Line chart,
you said
line
bar,
chart also.
Yes, line chart also.
line chart also, Gantt chart also. You remember those steps, staircases steps? You have created
Right,
a pie chart as well. We have created a table. Table is also a kind of a chart only, right? Table.
right.
We have created a tree map. We have created a heat map. We have created a word cloud. We have created a bubble chart. You remember? Like those text and those circles, that bubble chart. Um, yeah, waterfall chart, bubble chart, as Jyoti is saying, Gantt chart, maps. Yeah, maps also we have created. Got it. So you can talk about, all these charts. And if you say that, okay, I have worked on this, they might ask any question on any of the charts just to check if you know it, right? So just be prepared when you are saying, okay, these are the different charts I'm aware and I have worked on. Yeah. Now, what is the dual axis? What is
Dual
the
axis
dual axis?
is combining
First,
two measures in a one chart,
Hmm.
and
Any example to
can
support
compare
that?
to compare the two companies' performance at a time, so we can create dual access for that.
Correct. Yeah, anything, Ramesh, who wants to add? Yeah. So dual axis. So as the word says, dual means two. So on one chart, we are showing multiple things. We're showing two things. Let's say, you are showing sales and you're also showing profit. So on both the columns, both the numeric columns on one axis, that is what dual axis is all about. Now, here is the next question. What are the different types of joins you are aware of, and how do you do a join in Tableau? What are the different types of joins you are aware of, and how do you do it in Tableau? Yeah, correct. I'm receiving in the chat. Hmm.
Left join, right join, inner join, and
Full outer join.
full join. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we can do it on the data source sheet by
Hmm.
dragging the table, and then we can perform join whichever we want to do.
Perfect. And when you say those different types of joins, so be prepared to answer if they ask, okay, what does a left join do, for example, right? So everything from left and matching one from right. What does a right join do? Everything from right and matching one from the left. Inner join is the common one. Full join is like, okay, all the data from both the tables, right? So be prepared to answer those kinds of counter questions also. They'll just check. Now, how do you do it? As Pooja rightly said, in the data sources, whenever we are importing, you will drag instead of one table, you will drag multiple tables. And on what basis the joins happen?
On the basis of some common field uh,
Hmm.
that is present in the table, both tables.
Correct. So there should be a common column, and Tableau is smart enough. It will look at the column names from both the tables and it will automatically join those in the data sources. It will give you on which columns it is joining, but if you want any other column, you can select that from that drop down. Okay, great. Now, as you now know what are the different types of joins, what is the data blending in Tableau? My question
Blending
is,
is
what is the data blending
performed
in Tableau? Yeah, go ahead,
when
Pooja.
the data is from the multiple sources, we perform the blending. But when the data is from the same source, then we do the joins.
Okay, anything anyone wants to add? Vamshi, Venkat, Shiva, Ramesh, Rashekar, Navya.
There should be some common dimension.
Hmm. Yeah. So first of all, as Pooja said, when we will go for data blending, if the data is coming from multiple sources, and you can give an example in the interview, if the data which I have is an Excel file and the other data is a database, right? And I haven't shown how do we connect to the database. There is an option I'll show you today. Let me show it. Now, data blending is from multiple sources. You can give this example, right? And what is the prerequisite for data blending? For joins, it was simple, straightforward, right? So it will automatically select the common name. But in data blending, you have to ensure that, okay, between those two data sources, the column name should be same. In joins, it was not necessary. I mean the exact column name. So if it is like EMP ID in one, in the other it is E_ID, that will work. But in data blending, you should ensure the column name is same. You need to link by using that column name. Okay, so here is my next question. What is a marks card? I repeat, what is a marks card?
Majorly marks code is used for adding any changes in the particular dashboard or worksheet, like a tooltip and
Mhm.
color and label, which majorly we are using for particular customization in the particular graph or
Mm,
worksheet.
perfect. So, yeah, perfect. So, Marks Card allows us to do the customization basically, whether in terms of size or color or labeling or tooltip, you can answer. Yeah. What is a row and column shelf? What is a row and column shelf in Tableau?
It's on the top right hand side of the Tableau area, where you can drag the dimensions and measures as per your requirements.
Correct. Correct. So, rows and column shelf is the core of Tableau, right? So, we cannot imagine to build a visualization without that rows and columns, just like a pivot table, right? So the charts would get created basis on what you drag in that rows. So it is very critical component of Tableau. Okay, so here is the next question. What are the different types of connections you have worked on? What are the different types of connections you have worked on?
So connections are extract and live. Live
Mm-hmm.
In the case of live
Yeah.
connection, we can work on we can present dynamic changes, and with the extract we can work on the copy of original data to present it
Mm-hmm.
later in on the live part.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to add to what Pooja said? So live, yeah. So most of you said it is a live and extract. So live is, we will not say dynamic, but let's use the word real time. Okay. So as Navya is saying live, any updates to data will be available immediately. That's why, yeah, real time. So you would say, when you have, there is a data, now the users are accessing that dashboard. So now the question is, if there's any change to the data, will the users see that immediately? That is the concept. Now, if they want to see immediately, if there's any change in the data, they want to see immediately, better to have a live connection. But for some projects, the data doesn't get changed, whether it's like, daily at only particular time once, or, some data which you are loading is on, it gets updated monthly, you can put a scheduler on that, right? So how do we do that? You can create an extract. Extract is nothing but a copy, but if we don't refresh that copy, users will not see the latest data. So manually we can go and refresh and put it, or else we can put it on the scheduler on the server. Understood? Okay, here is the next question. What is the story in Tableau?
Srinu, story is the sequence of worksheets and dashboards. So we'll show it in a one page that is
Mm-hmm.
called as a story.
Correct. So there are two things, like dashboard and story, right? In dashboard, we drag multiple sheets. Let's say the US Superstore, which you did. You built those sheets and you have dragged everything together. You have assembled basically. That is the dashboard. Whereas story, in one page itself, in one space itself, at the top, you will get that menu. So use this word, like users will get those options of a menu kind of a thing where they can go and select what they want. And in the bottom in that page, it will show up whatever they select. Now, what is the Tableau show me?
Show me gives us a multiple option to select multiple kind of charts, like uh, tree map, heat map, table chart, and many other charts as per the requirement.
Correct. And why do we go to show me is, you can build, right? If you want to build a bar chart, you can drag it to rows and columns and you can create a bar chart. Why do we need to go for show me? Because what you can say is, show me, because whenever we are building any of the charts on any of the columns, sometimes we are not sure, okay, whether I want to go for a pie chart or a bar chart or a line chart or any other chart. Now we select those columns and show me is like a quick help. It will give us, okay, basis on these columns, we can create, okay, these many types of charts, and then we can quickly go and select the chart would get created. Yeah, it shows available chart based on selected dimensions and measures. Perfect. Okay, what is forecasting in Tableau and how do we do it?
Forecasting is estimations of for future done on a particular for future, like if we have trends of from 2000 to 2010 to 2012, and we want to forecast for the next year as well, so we can go for
Mhm.
forecasting option.
Correct. Yeah, forecasting is nothing but prediction. On the chart, if you right click, you would see the forecast and it will show up for the next years. It will predict basically. Now, here is the next question. Um, how can we have our own custom SQL query written in Tableau? How can we have our own custom SQL query to written from Tableau? How can we do that? Yes, Purandar.
Uh, yeah, by selecting new custom SQL option, we can write
Hmm,
SQL queries on
correct.
that new custom SQL.
And yeah, and where do we find that option? New custom SQL? In which page? in the data sources. I mean, in the data sources, right? At the very first step, where we, yeah, yeah. So where we import the data and where we drag. So there are two options, right? We go and drag a particular table and use that data. So below that itself, there is an option for new custom SQL. You can, instead of dragging the table, you can drag the new custom SQL and then start writing your SQL queries.
Can you please show that
Okay,
option in the Tableau?
yeah, yeah, let me show that. Yeah, everyone can hear my voice. Ramesh is facing some issue. Looks like he's not able to hear me properly. Am I clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, what is a hierarchy in Tableau? What is a hierarchy?
So hierarchy is basically
It's
where you can
exposing of data.
where you can uh, maybe combine different, not combine exactly. Suppose you have region, country, and city, you can create a hierarchy.
Correct. So whenever think about the hierarchy, that plus icon should come into mind, right? So that
Yeah.
means all the column we have collapsed and we can expand it by using that plus icon. So this is also some kind of a drill down. Like, when we want users to drill down, okay, from country to states, from states to cities, but at the very first go, we will not show those three columns. Maybe we will club it by country. If they are interested in, they will go and click on that plus icon, right? So basically, clubbing, um, or what we would say, yeah, let's use that clubbing only. So clubbing multiple columns, and whenever there is a requirement, we can expand those columns. Yeah. Okay, so here is my next question. What are LOD calculations and why do we use it? I repeat, what are LOD calculations? Why do we use it?
I think we haven't covered it. I also saw that question in the that interview
No, we
questions
have
link.
covered. We have covered. Yeah, as Navya is saying, level of detail calculation. So what are the three options which we have learned? Yeah, as Shiva is saying, include, exclude, fixed. Have you heard about this? Include, exclude, fixed. These are nothing but LOD calculations only. So if you remember that claims data which we looked at, yeah, claims data, what is the claim, what is the claim amount, what is the paid amount, that data, on that data we have learned these LOD calculations. Yeah, perfect. So as Rahul is saying, level of granularity. So include means, it will the calculation would be basis on a particular column. It will include, um, basically when you say include, it will group it on whatever column, other column you have it in your table or in your chart. Basically it will, include, it will group by, basically it will group by on the basis of the column which you have. Fixed means irrespective of the column, it will do the calculation. So in the example we looked at, India and UK, there was a common claim C1, right? It was adding those claims also in the fixed. So mostly include and fixed is being much used.
Mm,
Okay, so here's the next question. Mhm.
Shinu, can we do that again because I forgot it?
Okay, so that's a very big topic. So what I would say is, uh,
Mm,
I will let you know on which day I did that. Maybe you can look at the Google Drive recorded session. Just
Okay,
go through that session video, and if you have any question, we can take it up. Just have a look at that. I was sure
okay,
like you were there on that day because you asked certain questions.
okay. Might be we have covered. I missed it.
Yeah. Just go through that recorded session,
Mm-hmm.
and you can if you have any, you can always reach out to me.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the next question. How do you share the dashboards with the end users? How do you share the dashboard with the end users?
Through Tableau server, we can add users
Yeah.
and share with them by adding their names and adding their email IDs, and then assigning them the permissions to
Correct.
different permissions.
Correct. So for sharing with the end user, the first step we want to do is we want to sign into the Tableau server, then we want to publish it to the Tableau server, the dashboard, but later on we have to provide the permissions also. As Pooja said, we'll add the users and we'll go to that dashboard and assign the permissions, okay, who all want to have the access to that. And in that also there are different types of permissions you can do: viewer permission, interactor, editor. You remember I was talking about? So interactor is where users can only read, but they will be able to filter and sort the data and do all that stuff. Viewer is just a static view. Okay, whereas editor is like having full permissions. Got it. Now, how do you share the dashboard to the end users? I mean, how do you share it? You have published it, you have provided the access to them, but what do you share with the end users?
We can provide them some link to access it.
Hmm. Yeah. So in the dashboard, if you go and there will be an option at the top for share, correct? For share. If you click on that share, you can copy the link and that link you will send it to those users and check if they are able to access it or not. Now, here is the next question. What are projects in Tableau server? What are projects? What are projects? Projects are nothing but folders. So don't get confused. Projects, folders. So if you remember the IT folder, the marketing folder, which I shown, those are nothing but the projects, the folders. It's a new word which is being used in Tableau server. Okay, so those are folders. Now, they might ask, and it has been asked from the in the previous batches for few students. Um, they might say, okay, users are accessing the dashboard and they are using certain filters and the charts got filtered. Now, how do they download the data? So they want to download, let's say on the bar chart, they want to download the underlying data. How can they do that?
Export data option is there to download the data related to bar chart.
Hey, is there any option? For export, yes, Vamshi. So do we have an export? We have a download option, not export.
Download.
Okay. So say download option. Yeah. So next to the share button, we have the download option, and in that download we have different options available. It could be an image. If you remember, I showed image. You can download it as an image or a PDF or a PowerPoint, right? Or you can download it uh, the underlying data. So there is also an option for data, download data option. So by using that option, users can download the data and they can do some further analysis. Now, how do you schedule the extract refresh in Tableau? How do you schedule extract refresh in Tableau?
Srinu, in servers, there is a scheduler field will be there, so where I can add the timings for that particular thing. So if I want to refresh that particular data for tomorrow at 5:30 or after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, I can schedule the
Hmm,
data in that particular place. So that based on that, it will automatically refresh the data for the end user instead of manually doing.
correct. Now, here is the next question. How do you do the formatting stuff in Tableau? So how do we enhance your
By going to the
visualizations, or how
format
do
menu.
you format? Correct.
By going
So
by
once you
going
build the chart, correct. So in the format menu at the top, you will find what are the different types of options available in that format, if you all are aware.
You can format your numbers. You can convert it into percentage. If you you can change the number of decimals you have. You can add colors. You can add borders.
Mm. Correct. So text related formatting, border related formatting, right? The color related formatting, right? And that is how we can go and select alignment. Yes, alignments, borders related. And you can also right click on any of the column and say format. That is also another option. Rather than like you go to format menu, or else you want to format a particular column. Let's say a column is there in the rows. Right click on it, there will be a format option. It will directly jump to that format pane. That is also another option. Okay, so here is the next question. What is the set in Tableau? I repeat, what is the set in Tableau and why do we use it?
It's a subset of
Yeah,
data based on certain condition.
correct. Yeah. So set is nothing but a subset of data. So there are different ways of sets we have created: general tab, condition tab, top tab, right? So how in SAS in the data tab you will write, okay, where condition from the entire data I want only where salary is greater than so and so, right? That will be a subset. So in Tableau, you can achieve that by using the set option. How do we do that? Click on any of the column, right click, say create, and you will find an option for set. Yeah.
Sir, I
Now
have
here
a
is the next
question.
question. What is a parameter in Tableau? Mhm.
Can I combine two different set? Because I saw a question in that interview question
Yeah.
now that you have shared.
Mm. Yes. Yes. So we can combine, let's say you have two sets. Okay, you have two sets. Um, you can combine, you can select them together, right click, you can create a combined set also. So when you create a set, the set is also like a column, right? And that set we have also used in the calculated field in few of the use cases. So we can combine those two sets also. Let me show that. Yeah, it's simple. Like you right click and you will find that option for combining the set. Now, next question is, what is a parameter in Tableau? Why do we use it? What is a parameter? Why do we use it?
Parameter is to replace the constant value with the set of values, and we can uh, present it
Hmm.
dynamically on any sheet as well, on any worksheet. Like there is a name field, and we want to present the data with multiple names one by one. It could be either be city wise or it could be country wise. We want to present the data, so we can create a parameter for that particular field.
Correct. Yeah. So parameters allows us to dynamically pick the columns which users are interested in, right? So the values are nothing but the columns, right? So the example which Pooja gave, okay, I want users are interested in sales, but sometimes they're interested in looking by country, sometimes they're looking interested in looking by department, or sometimes by state, sometimes by city, or sometimes by each item category, right? Anything. Now, instead of creating those many different charts for the users, right, we can create a parameter which will dynamically replace those values, those columns. That is the use of the parameter. And how do we create it? Click on any of the column, create, and you will find an option for parameter. Okay, what is the difference between a tree map and heat map?
Tree map is hierarchical presentation of any data, which is shown in the form of a tree structure, and heat map we show it with the we show the presentation with the colors.
Perfect. Yeah. So heat map is okay, instead of showing the actual numbers on a particular table or chart, we want to represent that in the form of a color, because colors are also very powerful. Like, okay, the things which are in dark, that gives a different meaning, the things which are in the lighter color. So we can play with that coloring part also. That can be done by using heat map instead of showing numbers, because colors are more appealing, and our attention immediately goes, right, if we see anything colorful, right? It is a different way of representing your data. Yeah, distribution of data using colors. Yes, Rahul. Whereas tree map is also similar, like you could show it in the form of colors, but it has a structure. If you remember, I showed on the tree map, the for each country it is highlighted in a color. Let's say India, the color will be one. Under India, there are, let's say, five states. All those five states would have the same color, and it will be a hierarchy. Why we say hierarchy is, let's say, if you're looking at sales, right? On that, the first hierarchy, the first box in that hierarchy will be the bigger one. Like whichever state has the highest sales, then it will keep on going below. So in that we will come to know, okay, which state is doing good, then second is which state, and so on. Some kind of a hierarchy we are giving to that tree map. Okay, so let me take the control back. Hmm. I hope this session helped you, in at least getting to know about what kind of questions you might expect. Uh, 1 second. Now let me share my screen. Okay. Now, one thing I want to highlight here is, yeah, yesterday's session I have uploaded today, so it was taking a lot of time. If you see here, okay, why it's taking so much time? It's still uploading. You see this? So let me stop that after the session and we'll do it. Yeah. So I'll upload today's and yesterday's session. It's still uploading. And I think Rahul said there is an issue with 6 and 8. I could see it is some different icon also here. You see, these are different icons. But as Rahul said, I was looking today morning, like 6th and 8th having a different icon. Anyone facing any issue like while accessing the video of 6th of Feb and 8th of Feb? Okay, unable to open. Okay, okay. So that means everyone is facing that issue. Hmm. So let me do that because here, if you see, these icons are also different. Let me see it. Let me remove those two videos and I'll try to upload it again. Yeah. Now, one of the thing I want to talk about on the server part is when you are in the Tableau desktop, you sign in and you publish it, right? And how we created our server. So yesterday, like Pooja created a server called Pooja underscore some Tableau. That is the server name, right? That is the server URL. In the companies, you will get this URL. You won't be able to create your own server. Okay, that team would be having a URL. They will tell you, okay, this is the URL which you want to connect. Now that server is being split up into three different servers. So one we call it as dev, the other is UAT, the third is prod. Now dev means development server, UAT is user acceptance testing, prod is production server. So everything is same, but there are three different servers. Now, what is the objective of that is, as a developer, while publishing, you will put your dashboard. Let's say your superstore dashboard, you will put it into dev. So let's say you have put it into dev in one of the folder. Just like I put it into marketing folder. Okay. Now, once you put it here, we will not share. Okay, user is sitting here, we will not share the dev link. Under share you will find the link, right? You will not share that dev link to user because this is a development server. So what we generally do is, there will be a team, Tableau team, who are responsible to do the migration. So here I'm talking about migrating your dashboard superstore to UAT. Now who will do that? That is the team who will do it. So you will raise certain requests, certain tickets to them. You would say that, okay, this is the Superstore dashboard which is present in marketing folder in our server. Can you migrate it to UAT? Now they will work on that. This team would work on that and they will migrate it to UAT. Now UAT is something like, user acceptance testing. Now this UAT link, you can share it with the users and you can tell them that, okay, can you go and test it? If you're able to access it, if you're able to play with the dashboard, is everything looking good or not? You will take the sign off from those users, from those clients, from this UAT. Once you get the sign off, what you will do, you will raise one more ticket to this Tableau team and ask them that, okay, User has given a sign off on the UAT, everything is looking good. Can you migrate this to prod? That means production. Now this prod, once they migrate it to prod, this prod link you will share it with the user. We will never share them and ask them to use the dev and UAT one. We will share the prod link, final prod link to the user. So users will access that. So this is how it will be in the companies. And as a developer, because UAT and production are restricted, lot of people, lot of other teams who are using Tableau, right? They, for the security purpose, developers won't be given full access to UAT and production. This is the team who are the owners of that UAT environment and prod environment. They will take care of that. So they would ask you, okay, you raise a request so that we can migrate it to UAT and prod. But as a developer, just remember this concept, you will put it into dev environment. But it depends, like if there are any small companies that don't know, they would be using this hierarchy for security purpose. But just remember this concept of the servers. Any questions here?
So, and we will be working on the dev server, right?
Yeah, dev. So you will be publishing on the dev. Tableau desktop, see, Tableau desktop is not a dev or something like that, right? Tableau desktop is a software where we build. But when you will publish it, then you will get those options. Whether the sign in, if you remember the sign in which we did, you have entered your email ID and password. So
Mm-hmm.
you have logged into a server, right? You have logged into a server. In the similar way, you will log into the dev server. In the similar way, you will log into the UAT server and so on.
Okay,
Yeah, we will not log into the UAT. You can only log into the dev. UAT and Pro, Tableau people will do it.
okay. I mean, in the every company there is one Tableau team who would be handling the UAT and prod
Yes.
server.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So any other questions? So we have looked at the Tableau desktop and Tableau server. Like, what do you see, like from where we started and where we are today? What is the change you see? Like, are you confident now if anyone gives any requirement to load the data and create at least like you can come up with 60-70% of the dashboard? Can you do that or no?
Not sure, you know.
I can do it.
So, in interview questions, we means there are few like embedded views, and I think that
Mhm.
we haven't covered, or we have covered, but might be we are not able to relate it.
Embedded views is nothing but those extract ones only. So they're using some different word embed. Now someone is asking about custom SQL. Um, we should find it in the data sources. I think in the Tableau desktop you will find it. Huh? This is the Tableau public, right? In the Tableau desktop, whenever we load any data, here, look at here at this section, you will find custom SQL query. So just drag that onto here. it will give a window. Over there you can write your SQL query, select queries.
Hello, this is Atri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw, but in the data source page, I cannot find that icon.
Uh,
Can I share my screen?
in the tablet desktop? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Let me do presenter.
Are you able to view my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Look, I have tracked the sample superstone data, but here I cannot
Hmm.
see any option to write custom
Hmm.
SQL query.
Hmm. So drag that orders. You should drag that orders. Mm, okay, strange because on that day I saw there is a custom SQL query on the left. Even I wrote a query also, select query.
Yes, but now
Um,
I cannot find that option.
okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so it will not here because got it. Uh, can you load that MS Access database table? MS Access one instead of Excel, load because Excel is not a database, right? So yeah, do Microsoft Access. Yeah, do this. That's fine. Do this.
So
I think
Seenu, I
over
have one
here
quick
you should
question.
find it because Excel is not a data. Mm.
So maybe if
Yeah,
we put a Microsoft SQL Server, then I think we can
Okay,
see this,
okay.
right? Because
Yeah, on
yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. Yes.
putting MS Access
See
data,
now
we
here.
have custom SQL option.
but
Mm.
no, I have
Because
like
see,
few.
Excel is not a database. Mm.
So I have a few months of experience on working in Tableau. So the problem is
Mhm.
whenever you're pulling the like whenever you're trying to write a query on Tableau on SQL, what is happening is you do not get the desired output. So is it very like very common in Tableau, or is it some error happening from my end?
Okay, and what is the result you are getting when you're saying not getting desired results? What is the
So
challenge you
the
are facing over there in the
So
custom
I
SQL?
what happened was in we have like a lot of tables, and I had to combine a lot of tables to get a desired output. So
Hmm.
when I was using joins and all, so the join was not happening properly on Tableau. So what we had to do was first we had to create a new table in SQL itself, and that table we had imported it. So the joins and all we were not the exact way it was not pulling.
Hmm. See, Tableau, as I said, Tableau is not for ETL. If there is a complex joins,
So yeah.
even I have used some complex joins. I haven't come across any issues, but
Okay.
uh, you know, if there are any complex joins, it's better to do that outside of Tableau, right?
Okay.
Because whenever the users are accessing this dashboard, very first step it will do that ETL operation, right? Those select queries. So better, as you rightly did, you have created the table outside and then imported that table directly instead of doing that in Tableau. Yeah, that is the good method of doing it.
Okay.
Got it? New custom SQL here. We can do that. Now, can you go to that icon just below file? There is an icon at the top just below file menu. Yeah. Now, yeah, click on that. Now, how in the companies, if they ask you to connect to databases, come to more option at the bottom. There is in the server part, there is a more option. Not that, the below one. Yeah, click on that. Now here, if you see, there are a lot of options because Tableau keeps on upgrading their software. Nowadays the data is at so many different places. Now Tableau cannot say that okay, I cannot connect to that thing to pull the data, right? If you see, you would have on the right hand side on the third column at the bottom there is a Teradata option. So can you take the mouse? There is a Teradata option, there is an Oracle option, there is an SQL. Nowadays the data is in big data, Hive. So you will also see Hive tables also. Okay, now can you click on the Teradata? Just want to show you. Yeah, so what will happen here is obviously like we don't have the databases installed, but in the companies it's pretty simple. Once you click on this Teradata or Oracle, it will give you this window. Now we have to connect to that server, correct? So in the team, in your companies, they will be telling you, okay, this is the server name. You will put that server name here. That's the server name. Then you will put the username and password. At the bottom, you see in the middle, the username and password because these databases are secured, correct? So in SAS also, when you must have learned how do you connect to the databases, you have written connection string proc SQL connected to Oracle, you have given username and password and the path, right? All that is nothing but the way we connect to the databases. Now, once you do this username, password, and click on sign in, there is a sign in option. Once you click on, it will take you to the data sources page. And in that data sources page, it will show you the list of tables. So when you connected, loaded the Excel, how it shows the list of Excel files, Excel sheets. When you loaded MS Access, how it showed orders and all that stuff. In the similar way, it will show the list of tables, but those tables are present in that database. And after that, everything will be same, right? You have the list of tables, you drag the table which you want, you go to the sheet and start building. So this is only the one step where it will change. Rest of the things is same. So interview standpoint, if they ask, okay, did you connect to any databases, you can say by using the connector. We have connected to Teradata and Oracle by entering the server username and password. It will show up list of the tables in the data sources. Then we drag and build our visualization. This is what you can say. Got it?
Linux stats SAS files are statistical file under Connect.
Yeah. So the SAS data set, go to statistical files. You can also load a SAS data set. If you see on the right hand side, statistical files .sav. So SAS data set stores with an extension, right? SAS 7 BDAT. So you can store the SAS, you can load the SAS data sets also. So you have written SAS program and it created a SAS data set in a particular library on the particular location. You can load that SAS dataset directly into Tableau. Got it? So this is how you can relate in the interviews also. If any questions comes, how do you use SAS? This is also one of the points you can tell, right? Okay, once we create the SAS data sets, by using SAS, by building all the complex logic, the data preparation, implementing the business logic, the final data set we used to load it into Tableau and create the dashboard. That is also you can say.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the interview question, that interview sheet that you have shared, that documents, there was some question about aggregation and disaggregation. I think
Mhm.
that topic you didn't discuss. You haven't
Execution.
discussed that
Okay, let me
disaggregation.
find. Okay, let me find that.
Sir, can you view my screen in the that
Yes.
nine that question number 9?
Yeah, I got that question. What is disaggregation and aggregation of data? So, see, this is just a concept. Now, what this disaggregation and aggregation of data is, whenever we clicked on any of the numeric columns, we have those options, right? What type of
Hmm.
aggregation you want to do, whether you want to do a sum, whether you want to do a min or max, those kinds of things, we can do it. You see, the sum, average, median,
Hmm.
and all that they are showing,
But
right? So, what
I
are
cannot understand that disaggregation.
Yeah, disaggregation is nothing but when we don't have, any of the function applied to on the column, that is what the disaggregation is.
Okay,
So
okay,
on any column as it is, we are, using it, that becomes disaggregation. But you apply any calculation, if you apply any aggregation, sum or average, that becomes your aggregation. So disaggregation is just a concept.
okay. And very frequently we have used the concept quick filter in Tableau.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
quick filter.
hmm, yeah, tell.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. What is your question in
Uh,
that?
yeah, no, but the thing is, whenever I was working in Tableau, there is no such option like with the name quick filter. It's like show filter or the
Soft
edit
filter,
filter.
exactly. Correct. So this is the name, like the show filter which we did, right? I
Hmm.
must have told this, like that is called a quick filter.
Okay, so what is the difference between normal filter and quick filter?
Yeah. So normal filter is nothing but, if you, I think I have shown that when we were in the dimension, in the dimension where there is a, sorry, not in the dimension, in the data sources, when we were at the live and extract, on the right hand
Okay,
side
okay,
there is
yeah.
a filter.
Hmm, hmm,
Can you
hmm.
go to the
Okay.
desktop?
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, cancel these, cancel. Yeah. So on the right hand side you would see a filter. Yeah, can you drag the claims? Then we will see that. Yeah, you see the filters on the right hand side. This is a
Hmm,
normal filter where we are
hmm.
pulling only the particular data if you put the filter. Whereas show filter is like a quick filter. Whatever data we have loaded, we want to put that as a filter. That's it. That is the difference.
Okay, okay. I get confused with that quick filter option because nowhere
Yeah,
I see that quick filter name. That's the main problem.
correct, correct.
Say it
Yeah.
again. What is the quick filter that?
Yeah. So quick filter is, can you go to sheet one and click on any of the column? Let's say click on country, right click and say, yeah, here you have to drag it onto the filters. In Tableau desktop, we will not directly find show filter option. So drag that to filters. Yeah, select all option is there. Say okay. Now click on that arrow and you will find an option for show filter. Yeah, this is the one, Puja, which is a quick filter. If you do show filter, yeah, do that. On the right hand side, you would see that filter. Users can go and select whichever country they are interested in. This is the quick filter. Normal filter is the one, if you go to the data sources, on the right top, there is a filter. So this is the place where we will load only the data what we want. If you put
Okay.
add, click on add. So it's like in SAS, you must have used a where condition, right? Where condition or if statement. It will only
Mhm.
load that data which we want. So let's say, you have the entire data, but for your Tableau dashboard, you don't want particular data. You only want certain data. You can only pull that data. So the point here is why to load the data which is not required. So you will put the filtration at the very first place while loading the data itself. So here, if you say country filter and say okay, here if you say let's say India only, I'm only interested in IN and say okay. So this is the filter which we have applied at the while importing it. So while building the visualization, you would see only the data for India.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so we will end for today. So tomorrow we will connect and I will invite Ram also, and we will talk about, what, how do you need to update your CVs. I'll give some tips on some of the things what you have to put in your CVs on the Tableau stuff. Yeah, so don't miss the session. So mostly tomorrow we will wind up. And as I said, please continue to work on the projects. So it's not like, okay, as we are ending the training, we will not be able to connect. If any time, if you face any issues, you can drop me an email and, I will be happy to help you. But you have been spending a lot of efforts from last 1 month joining regularly. That is what I liked about this batch. People were so regular in joining. So what I would say the next steps is simply, keep a target of, okay, in next 10 days, you will revise all the things. And if you don't revise, you will forget. So what I want is you have put all the effort, just spend 10 days time, do the hands-on, work on the projects again, right? Then only you will gain that confidence.
Sir, I have a
And once you
question.
do that revision, right? Yeah.
Okay, I just want to know what company want from us. That is, I want to know their requirement.
Hmm. Yeah. So what they will expect, like, okay, once on the Tableau stuff you're saying, right? Related to Tableau.
Yes.
Okay. So once they hire you and say that, okay, you have to build certain dashboards, your requirement, their expectation from the Tableau guys is, given any requirement, you have the data, right? You have the data. Now their requirement is to create a dashboard out of that data. So few requirement comes, like they will give a document and saying that, okay, these are the different columns. 1 second, give me 1 second. Someone is at the door. 1 second. What they expect is they will give certain requirements. There are two kinds of profiles. In some profiles, some companies, they will give a document that we will call it as a business requirement specification or business requirement document. In that, they would say, they will talk about, okay, this is the data, you connect to so and so database. These are the different tables you need to pull it. They will give some business logic, what they are expecting from that dashboard, what they want, right? So you have to take a call. Okay, you will load the data, you will create. Uh, they will also not tell they want a bar chart or a line chart. It's up to you. So you have to create a story from that data. You have to, build those charts. You have to create those dashboards, and then what they expect is you will present them. Okay, from basis on the requirement and my understanding, this is what I have created. You will go on a meeting with them. You will show them this is what is happening in the data. I could see from the visualization. Then they would give some feedback. Okay, can you do the formatting stuff here and there? We don't want this line chart. Instead of that, can you have a bar chart? So they will, give their inputs. Then you will again change those things. Then you will publish it. Then you would give access to them and say if everything they are able to access it, right? Then they will cross check, then they will do sign off. So this is how the expectations would be. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
And whatever we have learned here, right, everything will come into picture, right? So no one would tell you, okay, create a line chart only. It's up to you. You have to decide that, okay, the tree map would fit or a heat map would be good. It's all, these all these visualization tools, some kind of a creativity of your own is also required. You will take a call and decide what will be the best thing. Okay, because everything we are showing, I can show it by a line, I can show it by a bar. You would decide, okay, what will be best in the situation, right? But they will
Okay.
expect you to build the dashboards and show them, right? So everything will come into picture, whether it could be a param. Now you know what is a parameter. So they will not
Mm.
tell you that, okay, create a parameter and give us, right? But you will build a functionality for them. You would tell them, okay, you can select any column, the chart would dynamically change. It's like a magic. So they'll be
Okay.
happy. Oh, wow, this is happening, right? So all these concepts, will be on your mind. Then you will take a call. Okay, at this place, why can't I use a parameter? Let me give something different to them.
Okay. Okay. So I
Got
have
it?
to build dashboard as per the business requirement. So it will be up to me where I have to create any parameter or set or anything else.
Yes, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yes.
Okay. 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 Thank.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one general question over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, I'm a fresher, 2015 passed out. I have a 3 years gap is over there. So, shall I go with only with Tableau? Uh,
So have you
if
learned
if
like
yes,
SAS also, right?
yes, yes,
Okay,
of course, I
okay.
have learned
Hmm.
SAS as well. But should I go with only Tableau, or if yes, so what is the real-time experience I have to do? How to prepare for that? So, can you please
Yeah.
tell me?
So, yeah. So, see, like the good thing about everyone is you all have learned SAS also, right? So now once you put your CVs with SAS plus Tableau, now there are multiple opportunities. So there are companies who are looking for both SAS plus Tableau. There are companies who are just looking for SaaS. There are some companies who are looking for Tableau itself. And I've seen from the previous batch, a lot of people got into full-fledged Tableau also. Okay. Now, as you are a fresher, right? So would you be showing some experience, Purandar, or how is it? Like you'll be showing like 2 years experience, or you will be
Yes,
saying
yes,
that
I
you are
want
a
to show.
fresher total?
No, 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 no. I want to show
Okay.
experience, not as a
Okay.
fresher.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So what we will do is let us talk about these questions tomorrow. Ram will also be there, right? So I will give my inputs and he will also assist you, on how do we take it? Like how do you project yourself? We'll give some inputs, then you can update your CVs and watch out for jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
join
okay.
tomorrow's session. Even Ram will be there. So tomorrow our main focus is that topic only. Now, how do we go about it? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So it's already 8:30. So we will end for today. So I will check those recorded sessions. those 2 dates sessions, and I'll upload it. And tomorrow we will connect at the same time. I will send the meeting invite, and Ram will also be there. We can ask any questions like how do we go about, how do we update. He'll help you out. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. We will connect tomorrow again. Have a great day.
Shrinu, if you are there, I want to say something.